whenever we prepare for any kind of an entrance examination, or for that matter, any kind of an examination, after preparing for it, we always try to get into the examiner's mindset. Now, how do we understand the examiner's mindset? In our school examination, we look at the sample papers that are given to us, or we look at the previous year paper questions. In a very similar manner, after looking at the previous year paper questions of the common law admission test, one thing is for sure, that this examination is not all that tough. And before you say something else, I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you why each and every section exists in the CLAT examination, and why is it that a lawyer needs to build that particular skill. Hello and welcome to the official YouTube channel of Law Prep Tutorial, where today we will try to step inside the minds of the CLAT makers, right? So first things first, we have to understand that through this examination, you will get to go to your dream law school. From there, of course, you'll become a lawyer. And as a lawyer, which is the most important skill that a lawyer must possess, the ability to read through document after document and the ability to categorize relevant and irrelevant information. Further on, once you're able to identify the relevant information, the ability to apply that on the existing principles of law so that आपका client जीत जाए और आपको भी पैसा मिल जाए through that, right? And that is basically how this entire paper has been made. So the core anatomy of a CLAT question booklet is that you will get a passage. On the basis of that particular passage, you will have 5 to 6, sometimes 4 MCQs. And it looks like a reading comprehension test, but it's actually not. It's more than that. It's not about you skimming through that passage. It's about you understanding what the author is trying to say and what the author is trying to hide. It is about you sticking to that particular passage even though you feel that you absolutely don't agree with it. And why not? As a lawyer, you may have to defend certain clients that you may not agree with, right? You may not agree with whatever they have done, but that doesn't change the fact that you will have to use the facts in front of you, not created by you, but in front of you, and you will have to apply it to legal principles ताकि आप भी जीत सको, आपका क्लाइंट भी जीत सके. And that's exactly what you have to do when you look at legal reasoning. Legal reasoning में जो बच्चा strictly passage के basis पे आंसर देकर आ गया, उसके full marks. जो बच्चा अपने emotional पॉइंट्स के बारे में सोचने लग गया, अरे यार तो क्या हुआ, इसने ये किया, कितना तो अच्छा है, इसके साथ तो ऐसा बुरा बुरा हुआ तभी तो उसने एक्शन लिया. नो, राइट? मैंने तो लीगल स्टडीज क्लास 11-12 में ये पढ़ा था, ये तो पैसेज में ही गलत लिखा, आई एम गोइंग टू डू इट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ माई नॉलेज. नो, you will have to only and only stick to the passage because that is what is supposed to be done. As a lawyer, you will not become a lawmaker. You are basically going to use the law that has already been made. Even if you disagree with it, you're going to use the facts that are already done, even if you don't like it. And then all you've got to do is apply and get to the right answer. So if my passage says an act is theft only if property is moved without consent and with an intent to take it, and my factual scenario talks about a child जो बेचारा बहुत देर से भूखा है, रो रहा है, तुम्हें बुरा लग रहा है उसके साथ, है ना? एक वेल्दी वेंडर है, इतना अमीर है कि उसके लिए वो एक पर्टिकुलर गुड कोई मायना नहीं रखती. So this starving child takes an apple without this person's consent and says thinks about it कि अभी मैं ये खा लूं क्योंकि मुझे भूख लगी है, मैं कल जाके पैसा दे दूंगा. Now normally a child will be like, पैसा तो दे ही रहा है ना, उसका इंटेंशन सिर्फ निकालने का नहीं था, वापस देने का था, लेकिन वो तो आप कहानी एसोसिएट कर रहे हो इसके साथ. एंड दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू शुड अवॉइड, राइट? Moving ahead, let's talk about logical reasoning questions. When you are or you will become a lawyer and there will be a client who will be in front of you, or you will have to do cross-examination of witnesses, you will always listen to each and every word coming out of that person's mouth and you will try to understand why this person is saying that so that you can win the argument. It's all about winning the argument at the end of it all, isn't it? And so how do you win an argument? You listen to the kind of evidences that the person is providing. अरे मैंने ये वाला काम हम ये मर्डर नहीं किया क्योंकि मेरी तो इसके साथ कभी कोई लड़ाई ही नहीं हुई. The kind of evidences he's using to support his argument. What is he trying to conclude by saying all of this, and what is he assuming? He is assuming that दूसरा देखेगा इसका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड इतना साफ सुथरा और इस इंसान के ऊपर कोई केस नहीं होगा. Point is, now the same ideology you have to adopt for your English as well as your logical reasoning sections. Moving ahead, so stuff such as strengthening, weakening, क्यों आपसे पूछा जा रहा है? क्योंकि जब सामने वाला इंसान कोई चीज आपके सामने बोलेगा, अपना एक पॉइंट पेश करेगा, you will listen to those words and try to figure out कैसे मैं इससे सच निकलवाऊं, कैसे मैं इसकी बात को वीकन करूं, या फिर अगर आपका क्लाइंट है तो क्या करके मैं इसकी बात को और स्ट्रेंथन करूं ताकि ये he gets whatever he wants. In a very similar manner, they will provide you true real scenarios. They will give you geopolitical situations, and mind you, most of the students do this. जब एक geopolitical scenario है एक logical reasoning के passage में, तो उड़ते उड़ते उनका जीके के फैक्ट्स आ जाते हैं. नहीं नहीं, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है, ट्रम्प तो पागल है, ट्रम्प तो कुछ अच्छा कर ही नहीं सकता. अरे बॉस, जब वहां पे लिखा है कि वो ठीक है तो आपको उसी के बेसिस पे आंसर देना है. वहां पे उड़ते उड़ते आपको अपने जीके करंट अफेयर्स की इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं यूज करनी है. सो अगेन द पॉइंट रिमेन्स सिमिलर. Don't try to assume. You don't try to assume. You figure out what that guy who's written that particular passage is trying to assume. हम दूसरा करते हैं, हम अपनी assumptions के ऊपर गेम खेलते हैं, right? The next is your English. English में वो पुराने टाइप के सिर्फ और सिर्फ ग्रामेटिकल वाले क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते, ऑल्दो पिछली बार जेरिन पूछा था. तो एक दो तो आपको पता होना चाहिए. यू नीड टू नो व्हाट इज अ नाउन, व्हाट इज अ प्रोनाउन, व्हाट्स अ पार्टिसिपल, व्हाट्स अ वर्ब, व्हाट्स एन एडजेक्टिव. यू शुड नो इट. बट मोर देन दैट विल हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड कौन सा ऑप्शन सही है, कौन सा ऑप्शन सही नहीं है, राइट? Again, so there will be a passage. They will ask you target tones. What is the primary purpose of this paragraph? What best sums up the author's attitude towards it? What can be safely inferred? So that means you can't have a wild guess. You have to read. You have to sift through that particular passage. You have to understand what that person is trying to say. Only and only then will you be able to do it. इसीलिए editorials पढ़ना रोज बहुत जरूरी है. इसीलिए हम लोग एनालिसिस में भी एडिटोरियल्स की बात करते हैं, और इसीलिए न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस बोलते हैं, जीके क्लास नहीं बोलते हैं, राइट? द नेक्स्ट इज हाउ जीके पैसेजेस आर फ्रेम्ड. This is basically any kind of a landmark event. I think this is the easiest in the entire paper because any person can tell you which is the most important topics. ये कोई एक particular teacher को बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. कोई इंसान जिसका लॉ के साथ कोई लेना देना नहीं है लेकिन न्यूज देख रहा है, वो भी आपको बता सकता है कि इस साल के सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स कौन से हैं, राइट? So on basis of that, they will ask you a lot of questions which are static details related to that particular event. Finally, when we talk about quantitative techniques, and this is one question that a lot of kids ask, हमें क्यों क्वांट करना है, हम तो लॉयर बन रहे हैं. अच्छा, लॉयर बन के अगर तुम बैंकिंग सेक्टर में काम करोगे या फिर लिटिगेशन कर रहे हो जहां पे तुम्हें 500 इनवॉइसेस दे दिए, बिल्स दे दिए, वहां पे इतने सारे डिस्टॉर्टेड फैक्ट्स दे दिए जिनको कंपाइल करके यू हैव टू मेक अ केस आउट ऑफ इट, तो क्या वहां पे नंबर्स नहीं होंगे? 100% होंगे. A lot of you will be working for the banking sector. A lot of you will be working for investment companies. A lot of you will be doing due diligence in corporate firms. Numbers will never leave you. And what are they going to try and do in CLAT examination is that they will create a story. वो एक narrative set कर देंगे जिसमें से बस आपको वो डेटा निकाल के एक अपना टेबल बनाना है और एक एक करके उसके क्वेश्चंस निकालने. इसके लिए भी प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है. अगेन एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द थिंग. सो द समरी फॉर विक्ट्री into understanding what the CLAT consortium is trying to do is, A, you have to read the passage properly with full focus, and that is something you need to work towards. Secondly, leave your personal opinions outside. No one cares. I mean, I'm sure your personal opinions are very nice, but nobody cares for them in this particular examination. Please keep them outside the examination center. And finally, actively eliminate options that are obviously incorrect. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys soon with another video.